The clock strikes 12. I never told anyone about what happened last New Year's Eve, not because I didn't want to, it's just that I don't think anyone would believe me. Maybe you won't either, but I've been holding this in for a year, and it's eating me alive. It started with a party, the kind you force yourself to go to because people tell you it's good to get out there. I didn't know most of the guests, and the ones I did know were already a little too drunk to care about making small talk. So I stood by the snack table, nursing a lukewarm glass of champagne, watching the minutes crawl toward midnight. That's when I saw her. She wasn't dressed like anyone else, no glittering sequins or garish party hats, just a simple black dress, the kind that clings to shadows. Her hair was dark, her eyes darker. She smiled at me like she knew me, but I couldn't place her face. "Happy almost New Year," she said, her voice soft but somehow cutting through the din of the party. I nodded, unsure of what to say. She tilted her head, studying me like I was some kind of puzzle she was determined to solve. "You're not really into all this, are you?" she asked, gesturing to the crowd. "No," I admitted. "Not really." Her smile widened, but it didn't reach her eyes. "I thought so. You seemed different." I should have walked away right then. Something about her made my skin crawl, but I couldn't put my finger on it. Instead, I let her lead me away from the party, down a dark hallway that seemed too long to belong to the house. At the end of the hallway was a door. She opened it without hesitation, revealing a small, dimly lit room. A grandfather clock stood in the corner, its pendulum swinging silently. The air was cold, and the walls seemed to pulse faintly, like they were alive. "Do you believe in second chances?" she asked, her back to me as she approached the clock. "What?" She turned to face me, her expression suddenly serious. "Second chances. Do you believe in them?" "I guess," I stammered. "Good," she said, "because that's what I'm offering you." I laughed nervously. "What are you talking about?" She stepped closer, and I swear the temperature in the room dropped another 10 degrees. "I know what you did," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. My heart stopped. "I don't know what you're talking about," I said, but my voice cracked. "Betraying me." Her smile returned, sharper this time. "You've been carrying it for years, haven't you? The guilt, the shame. You think no one knows, but I do. And I can help you. I can give you a way out." "I don't need help," I said, backing away. But there was nowhere to go. "You don't need help," she repeated, mocking me. "Then why do you wake up every night at 3:17, sweating and gasping for air? Why do you avoid mirrors? Why can't you even say their name?" I froze. How could she know that? "Who are you?" I whispered. She didn't answer. Instead, she reached out and touched the clock. Its hands spun wildly before stopping at midnight. "This is your moment," she said. "The past is heavy, isn't it? But I can take it from you. All you have to do is say yes." My mind raced. I didn't understand what was happening, but I felt the weight of her words, the truth in them. "What happens if I say no?" I asked. Her smile faded. "Then you'll carry it forever. And trust me, forever is a very long time." I looked at the clock, then back at her. The room seemed to close in on me, the walls pulsing faster, louder. My chest felt tight, my vision blurry. "What are you?" I asked again, desperation creeping into my voice. Her eyes gleamed. "Think of me as an accountant." I balanced the books. I should have run, I should have screamed, but instead, I nodded. "Yes," I said. Her smile returned, triumphant. She stepped closer, placing her hand on my chest. It burned like ice, and I felt something inside me shift. The guilt, the shame, it was gone, ripped away in an instant. But so was something else. I stumbled back, gasping for air. The room was spinning, the walls collapsing in on themselves. She was gone, and so was the clock. When I woke up, I was back at the party, standing by the snack table. Midnight had just struck, and everyone was cheering, but I felt hollow, empty, and when I looked in the mirror later that night, I didn't recognize the person staring back at me. Now it's New Year's Eve again, and I feel her watching me, waiting. My second chance came with a price, and I think tonight I'm going to find out what it was. Ian D.